Good morning or good afternoon for those that are watching. What's going on, guys? No guys here. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be 0.2 of the interactive RTG. Not yet the first episode just yet, but this is going to be carrying on from the last episode. Now, as you remembered last episode, I showed footage from another account, and if you remember correctly, that account didn't have access to the market. So there's not that much you can do from that point. You're very restricted, and to be honest, you have to wait for EA access, early access, or basically you have to get onto the game before you can progress any further. Now, a lot of you are halted at that point, and don't worry too much. We won't go too far on interactive RTG, so do not worry about that. But you should still continue to log in every single day. As you can see, I got a daily reward I think I got a gold reward pack. So do continue to log in every single day, and of course open these packs. I think they might be untradeable, they might not be. I think they're probably going to be untradeable is what I would presume. We can just double check that. And look, I see like there's three, and they're tradable as well. So I'm just going to quickly check their prices. See, I don't think they'll be worth anything. Yeah, I don't think they're worth anything. You can I would probably recommend not quick selling these. Just go ahead, obviously, and seeing if they would list on the market first before you quick sell them. But just to save time, I'm going to do that. Now, daily gifts out, EA access. The rumor to what was meant to come out last night, should I say, but it didn't. It was just a rumor, of course. EA never verified anything, but it wasn't for us to get disappointed. It's going to come out around, I think, 7 p.m. PST time, which is specific. I think I don't know what time that is UK. So it was actually EA on. It was actually EA Access that actually released it. So there was a bit of a, I suppose you can say, banter from them. But they said to clear up the confusion, the FIFA play trial is not currently live and does not go live until the morning of the 19th, which is today by the time you're watching this video. We're aiming to do the rollout before noon. So noon time, Pacific time is, I would say it's around, so yeah, in fact, I think we're looking at 12 a.m. I think, you know what, I think it's around, yeah, it's around 8 p.m. UK time. So we're looking around 8 p.m. UK time when the game does get released. So unfortunately on PS4 users, we're going to have to wait. But nevertheless, I just got the video anyway. So if you did what I said, you should have a players. If you remember, I said I want to make this squad when the game comes out. But if you were listening to what I said and you chose a nation, France, you probably would have a bunch of France players in your team, especially some French gold players. But I know that some people are going to make the mistake and choose another nation. So just to make it easier for you, I chose England. Now, with your packs, you should have basically sold. I basically sold everyone. I listed everyone, and those that couldn't sell, you can just keep relisting them. That's what I'd recommend. Just keep relisting them. You got 100 slots anyway, I think. And as you can see, a lot of these players that I've sold, I basically sold everyone in my team. If you get someone like, I'll give an example. Someone like Goretzka. Goretzka is a player which is, it's just gonna go up in value. If you get any of the mid tier and above players, so how am I spelling this wrong? How am I spelling Goretzka? Oh, there we go. A typo. Yeah. As you can see, he's about 16k. As the game comes out and as people accumulate more and more coins, he's going to go up in value. So some of these players like Goretzka, if you pack, for example, some of those players, they're going to go up in value. So do be wise. Obviously, if you pack someone like Bale, for example, Son is another example. Son was 90k yesterday, and there was numerous Sons on the market for 90k. As you can, he's already rose. Well, I wouldn't say he's risen that much, but he's probably going to rise to that price range or even higher. So just do bear in mind, do not sell the meta players. I would say keep them. Now you're probably going to ask me, what do you do now? The chances are you've probably seen some other videos on the internet. I got 6,000 coins. I don't know if you can see that. Unfortunately, my logo's in the way, but I got 6,000 coins. Not too many. This is my Nil Guides account, by the way, basically, what I'm doing here is just going to go to milestones. I go to season objectives, go to daily objectives, so we can see daily objectives. Play 2 matches. Obviously, we can't do that. Win 1 match. We can go to the transfer market though, so I'm just going to go that and then hopefully obtain that. Buy any players in the buy now feature. So I will do that eventually. Now you have 2 options. There is the trading method, so you can obviously start trading. Now this is where things get a bit interesting. For example, you'll have to look at certain parameters. You know, and you have to look at, for example, their price range, like Mukiele, for example. I can see is around 2k. What you can do is go on Footbin. The prices have been updated. You can look at the starter team, see if you can trade with some of the players in your starter team. So like Konate, or like, for example, some of the cheaper players like Gelson Martins, Onyekuru, players that cost 1 or 2k. You could maybe have a chance of trading with them. If you don't make the sell, worst case scenario, you can use them in your squad. You just want to flip them, basically, make a couple of hundred coins. I would say, obviously, if you have about 5k, obviously aim for players like 1k value. Try to get 1k, buy it for like 1k, sell it for 1.2. You can get those slight flips. Now, for me, it's a total waste of time. I'm not going to waste my time doing that for 10 hours. I mean, there are traders that spent 10 hours doing it and made 20k, and they're expert in trading. I mean, for us, to be honest, then, although I was decent at trading, it's not something I'm very much interested in. The second option is SBCs. Now, I would say the 3 ones you want to do is Hybrid Leagues, Hybrid Nations, and Hybrid League of Nations. Now, some of these, especially the leagues, some of them have chemistry, so you might need 100 chemistry, for example, to do some of these. So do keep that in mind. Somebody like this one you will be able to do, but some of them you won't be able to do because obviously there are obviously the chemistry issues, and you need loyalty bonus as well. So you have to wait for the game to come out then. Obviously, do the Let's Get Started. You've probably done that anyway. If you remember, you probably did that in last episode. So you can start doing SBCs if you have about 5k. Just be smart, go on Footbin before you do anything. Go on Footbin and maybe start making the players. So if you're like on Footbin and you're like let's say you want to do, I don't know, let's just say, for example, let's do Hybrid Nations part 1, the final 4. Start making a team on Footbin and start looking, for example, like let's say you want to buy someone very cheap from Bundesliga. Start using the filters, start adjusting it by the lowest price. I was going to choose a gold card. Let's say it's a rare card I need. Start using the filters and start buying the cheapest players, just so you know what's going on in the market and what players are available. Do it smartly. The second method you can do is the bronze pack method. This is going to be, I suppose you could say, a debatable one whether you do it now. Now, the bronze pack method is you're buying the bronze packs, and basically you're bidding on the chance of getting either a bronze player that's worth money, or getting a fitness card that's worth some money. Now, early on in the game, some of these bronze players won't be worth nothing. So if they don't sell, don't quick selling them. Just hold on to them. I'd probably say trading is your best bet. Now, for those that are preparing for EA Access is coming out tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So tonight, as I said, around 8 p.m. UK time. Now, unfortunately for us, we have to wait until that time. But what you can do is start building a starter squad. Now, as I said, if, for example, you were like me and you followed along and you chose the French players, you'll already have some basic players to build your team, just as this rotation of players. Now, as I said, to make it a bit more difficult for myself, and obviously I know some of you guys, you might have chosen another league or nation by mistake before I released the video, I just chose an odd nation to make it hard for myself, but then also to kind of relate to you. That's why I kind of made episode 1 for those that are bad on the transfer market, and this will be episode 2 for those that obviously can use the transfer market. So you can start buying players. Now, obviously, when you're choosing a league, do not go for the Premier League. Let's say I'm choosing League 1. Start buying players that are extremely cheap. Just do a 350 max filter and do a gold. So you can start purchasing a team. So if you think about it, if you're buying cards for about 300 coins each, for let's say 350, you can probably get a squad under 4k. That's what I'd recommend you doing. So if you have the money right now, right, start building a squad. We'll leave that for the next episode, but I'm just trying to say that you can basically start making players. You can buy CDM centre backs, and then what you can do is once you built, for example, let's say you built a basic French squad, let's just say, and then what you can do is you can be ready for EA Access. So when EA Access comes out, you can get into drafts or squad battles. I mean, not drafts, squad battles or rivals games as soon as possible, because you'll have a squad, albeit not the best squad, but it'll be enough to get you through the games. What you can also then buy is you can buy these cheap sub players. So let's say, for example, an issue you might find is French strikers under 250 coins are very difficult to find. And even if you do find one around the 700 mark, let's say you're playing a 4-3-3 and you find a striker under the 700 coin mark. A lot of these strikers, for example, they have 75 pace. Actually, that's actually a decent card. But Choupo-Moting, for example, they're not the best of cards. These can be used as placeholders. What I mean by that is these are just players that are just used as placeholders, and you'll sub someone on. So, for example, what I would do in this instance, I would buy the cheapest striker that money can buy. So let's say I can buy someone like Remy. I buy him. He's actually a decent card. I buy him Remy. I'll put him in my team, and then I'll buy a player. Now, one player I'd recommend for you all to purchase right now is Joseph Martinez. A very, very good card. He only costs 700 coins. I don't think he's risen that much at all. We can just double check his price. I think it's 700, 800 coins. I think, don't forget, I'm making this video about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I suppose you can say activity in the market is a bit low. So that's why there's probably less competition for the prices. But look, he's about 850 coins now. This is the kind of player that, so let's say EAX is coming on tonight, you want to make a team, start buying your French players right now, very cheap players, and then buy a player like Joseph Martinez. Now, he's the kind of guy that's going to come on as a sub. So as soon as the first, so remember I said to you, buy a cheap striker, French striker, pause the game, and just sub on Martinez. And the reason why you want to sub on Martinez is because he's an off-league player in MLS. He's not going to be going for that much money. But a player like Martinez, the reason why he's so OP is because he's got very good in-game stats. Just to show you an example, right? He's got 91 agility, 91 balance. He's got a 4-star weak foot. He's got decent composure. But as you can see, yeah, he's got very good pace, good jumping if you do cross the ball, and very good positioning and finishing and shot power. Now, if you put a sniper on him, if you purchase a sniper and you put it on him, as you can see now, he's become an exceptional card. 76 composure. His agility and balance have gone up formidably, especially if you're the one that likes to dribble with him. He's a very good card. He's also going to be feeling very good on the ball, especially as a super sub. Obviously got the pace to back it up. And as you can see, he's got 88 finishing. So this is a card that you want to buy. The fact he's only 900 coins, it's actually a steal for you. And what it is basically you want to get someone like Joseph Martinez. So then when you make your French squad, you might have a rubbish striker, for example. You just sub on Joseph Martins in the first minute. Now, that's for those that are going to get EA access tonight. Now, I know some of you guys are not going to get EA access. I completely understand that some of you guys are either going to get early access or you're just going to wait for the 27th. Now, I'm not going to progress any further with the interactive RTG up until the day it comes out because there's not that much you can do. You can do, but I would suggest you guys do some minor trading. Obviously, do log in every single day and do get your gifts. If you are waiting, for example, until the game comes out, I would still suggest maybe buying a cheap starter squad. If you buy a starter squad, see that what I mean by starter squad, if you buy a complete starter squad, like players that are worth 350 coins, let's just say, okay, I'm just going to give you an example, right? Let's say let's say you bid on these players and you get them for 300 coins, right? If you buy some of these, let's say, for example, I don't know, you want to use Kamara for your starter squad, you buy him. And let's say, for example, when the game comes out, you don't want him anymore. You can just list him on the transfer market or just quick sell him. See, because you only purchased him for 300 coins, or if you bidded on him, or you bought him for buy now for 350 coins, you're only going to lose 50 coins. So as you can imagine, you're probably only going to lose 600 coins if you quick sell your entire starter squad, gold team. So that's what I'll suggest. So I know people are saying don't make a starter squad. The key is make a starter squad with players that are basically almost next to bin price. The idea is you want to minimize your risk and you want to basically have a situation where there's a no loss. That's how it's all about. It's all about probabilities in my mind. You want to get to a situation where whether you invest in something, worst case scenario, you're only going to make a very, very small marginal loss. And that's essentially what's going to happen. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed episode 2 of the Interactive RTG. I know many of you guys got many questions. If you have any else, if you have anything else, should I say rather, let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I can. And also for those that have problems logging in, don't worry, I also had some problems on the web app. When you log in and it asks you to receive a code, just ask them to resend the code again. You just have to be patient and wait. Quickly just going to go to my objectives, seasons, daily. I think I got the 180 objectives. Okay, perfect. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy and I'll catch you in the next one.